Hey there, fellow nerds! Today, we're discussing one of the most excellent and underrated topics, women in STEM. That's right, and we're highlighting the badass ladies who are making waves in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And trust us, these women are way more interesting than your high school calculus teacher. Women have contributed significantly to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, for centuries. However, despite these contributions, women are still underrepresented in STEM fields. The stereotype that science and math are male-dominated fields has persisted for a long time, and it is essential to highlight and celebrate the accomplishments of women in STEM. The importance of promoting women in STEM fields is not just about gender equality. It is also about the need for diverse perspectives and experiences. When women and other underrepresented groups are not represented in STEM fields, it limits the potential for innovation and creativity. Meet Dr. Jane, a microbiologist who has been studying bacteria for over a decade. She's got a PhD, a lab coat, and an endless supply of pipettes. But don't be fooled by her serious demeanor. This woman knows how to have a good time. Rumor has it that she once threw a bacterial rave in her lab. And yes, it was lit. Dr. Jane's story is just one example of how women in STEM are breaking stereotypes and making a difference. Women like her to excel in their fields and bring creativity, passion, and innovation to their work. According to the National Science Foundation, women comprise only 28% of the science and engineering workforce. Furthermore, the number of women in computer science and engineering has remained relatively stagnant over the past 2 decades, with only 20% of computer science bachelor's degrees and 22% of engineering bachelor's degrees being awarded to women. However, many women have persevered and broken through barriers to achieve success in STEM fields. These women are paving the way for future generations of female scientists, engineers, and innovators. Next, we've got Emma, an engineer who's been building skyscrapers since before you were born. She's a boss lady who knows how to get stuff done and is not afraid to get her hands dirty. She also has a wicked sense of humor and once told us that the only thing more complicated than building a skyscraper is finding a reasonable Tinder date. Emma is just one example of a woman who has broken through the gender barriers in STEM fields. Yet, despite women's challenges in these fields, women like Emma continue to make significant contributions and break down stereotypes. Encouraging and supporting girls and young women to pursue STEM fields is essential. Providing opportunities and resources for girls to explore STEM fields can help break down gender stereotypes and encourage them to pursue careers in these fields. Last but not least, we've got Sarah, a computer scientist who's been coding since dial-up internet. She's a tech whiz who knows her way around a keyboard, but that's not all she's good at. She's also an expert in karaoke and can belt out a killer rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody after a few drinks. Sarah's story is one example of women making significant contributions to the tech industry. Despite the gender gap in tech fields, women like Sarah continue to push boundaries and make a name for themselves in the industry. One of the reasons for the gender gap in STEM fields is the lack of role models and representation. When young girls do not see women in STEM fields, they may not consider it a viable career option. Therefore, it is essential to highlight the stories of women in STEM and showcase their accomplishments to inspire future generations of female scientists, engineers, and innovators. Women in STEM are breaking stereotypes and making significant contributions to the world. From discovering new treatments for diseases to developing new technologies, women in STEM are changing the world and making it a better place. In 2018, Dr. Donna Strickland became the first woman in 55 years to win the Nobel Prize in Physics. Dr. Strickland was recognized for her work in developing high-intensity, ultra-short laser pulses, which have applications in medical imaging and cancer treatment. Her accomplishment inspires women in STEM fields and highlights the need for diversity and inclusivity in the sciences. Despite the accomplishments of women in STEM, there is still much work to be done to address the gender gap in these fields. Providing opportunities and resources for girls and young women to explore STEM fields is essential to breaking gender stereotypes and promoting diversity in these industries. One organization that is making a difference is Girls Who Code. Girls Who Code is a nonprofit organization that provides computer science education and exposure to girls from underserved communities. Girls learn how to code, build websites, and develop apps through their programs while gaining exposure to female role models in STEM fields. Organizations like Girls Who Code are crucial in promoting diversity and inclusivity in STEM fields. Providing opportunities and resources for girls to explore STEM fields can help break down gender stereotypes and promote diversity in these industries. In addition to organizations like Girls Who Code, it is also essential for companies and organizations to prioritize diversity and inclusivity in their hiring practices. By hiring and promoting women and other underrepresented groups in STEM fields, we can ensure that diverse perspectives and experiences are represented in these industries. Women's STEM accomplishments are a testament to the power of diversity and inclusivity in driving innovation and progress. By highlighting the stories of women in STEM and promoting diversity and inclusivity in these industries, we can inspire future generations of female scientists, engineers, and innovators and make the world a better place for all. Moreover, it is vital to address the systemic barriers that prevent women from pursuing and succeeding in STEM fields. Research shows that women face numerous challenges in these fields, including gender bias, lack of mentorship and sponsorship, and inadequate family and work policies. One of the ways to address these barriers is by providing mentorship and sponsorship opportunities for women in STEM. Mentorship programs can provide women with guidance, support, and advice from experienced professionals. Sponsorship programs can help women access opportunities and advance in their careers by connecting them with influential individuals who can advocate for them. Another way to address systemic barriers is by implementing family-friendly work policies. These policies can include flexible schedules, parental leave, and affordable childcare options. By providing these policies, companies and organizations can support women in balancing their work and family responsibilities and help reduce the gender gap in STEM fields. It is also crucial to address the gender bias that exists in STEM fields. This bias can manifest subtly, such as assumptions about women's abilities or expectations for women to conform to certain gender norms. Promoting diversity and inclusivity in STEM fields is essential to recognizing and valuing the contributions of women and other underrepresented groups. The stories of women in STEM are inspiring and highlight the need for diversity and inclusivity in these fields. Promoting and supporting women in STEM can break down gender stereotypes, address systemic barriers, and drive innovation and progress. In conclusion, women have made significant contributions to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and it is essential to celebrate and highlight their accomplishments. Women like Dr. Jane, Emma, and Sarah are breaking stereotypes and significantly contributing to their fields. Furthermore, promoting diversity and inclusivity in STEM fields can inspire future generations of female scientists, engineers, and innovators and improve the world. So let's continue to support and uplift the women in STEM around us because they are the real heroes of the nerd world. Thanks for watching, and remember to support and uplift the women in STEM around you consistently. They're the real heroes of the nerd world.